Forgive but not forget. Jesus forgets your lowest needs and your I will remember no more. Jesus cannot remember. Now for you, Dickson, you're there remembering. No? No? We have an identity which I've taken on, which is from above. We've been born again.
Yes, not of corruptible.
Being born again, not of incorruptible seed, but of that which is incorruptible. But that, anyway, I'm not getting it right this time. Let's look for it in 1 Peter. We have our Bibles. We have our Bibles. Yes. Having been born again, 1 Peter chapter 1 verses 23. Having been born again, having been born from above, not of corruptible seed, but incorruptible, through the word of God which lives and abides forever. So the real you is incorruptible. So don't allow those things into your sourish realm, into your mind, into your emotions. Because later they will affect your flesh, your body. You know, bitterness, you know, sickness comes in there. Even, yeah. Okay. So is your relationship with the Lord still vibrant? Or when that sister or brother walked away from you, you said, Jesus, we shall meet again in heaven? Eh? Did that zeal get away from you, dislodge you, dislocate you from the greatest relationship that you had with the Lord? Has it become distant? Has it become distant? Let's look at something I've remembered. The book of Ruth. The book of Ruth. The book of Ruth. The book of Ruth, chapter 1 in there. We shall do 20. In here we see, in here we shall see that Naomi, after the loss of her husband and the two sons, she returned to Israel with her daughter-in-law and announced and called, whose name was Naomi, pleasant. He called it Mara, which is bitter, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. Okay? Naomi was in bitter by her loss, blaming God, even though it was her husband's decision to leave their land of promise that had led to his and her two sons in a premature death. Okay? There's nothing pleasant with bitter people. Nothing. Nothing. If we contrast it with Job 1:20, Job lost his family, lost his great possessions. Huh? Did we look at Ruth 1? It's 1 what? 1:20 also? Yeah, it's Ruth 1:20. We can read there.
But Naomi replied, don't call me Naomi. Call me Mara. That's because the Almighty has dealt bitterly with me.
Hey. Who has dealt bitterly with her?
The Lord.
That must have been a different one. But
I left here full, but the Lord brought me back. So why call me Naomi?
Hey.
After all, the Lord is against me.
Hey.
The Almighty has broken me.
Hey. So you see, nothing good with bitter people. Nothing. And when we contrast it with Job 120, who also lost his family and possessions, what does it say?
Job 120, it says, then Job stood up, tore his robe,
Woo!
shaved his head,
Woo!
fell to the ground, bowed very low, and exclaimed.
Stop there. I want a version which says, he worshipped.
He worshipped.
And then Job rose,
Eh.
tore his robe,
Mm.
shaved his head,
Mm.
he fell to the ground
Mm.
and worshipped.
And worshipped. This one is telling us about a different God, wanting to change her name from Naomi to Mara. That's why I always tell people, always take on my name, Twinomujuni. Next time we shall sing a song with David's name, Juni. Those names, eh? Yeah, those names. They are not yet finished. They are still there. You can have on the eternal. Okay? So you see the two contrasts? It's not the Lord who had told Naomi's husband to leave where they were supposed to be, go and whatever happened to them, and then say all those things. Okay? Yeah. That one is for another day. We shall look into it. Give thanks in everything.